Welcome to Pillars of Rest, where you can find special material for our sisters, by our sisters. This is a Sons of Thunder exclusive platform focused on building, encouraging, uplifting, and engaging with the daughters of Zion. Here you'll find personalized and interactive content geared towards showing what it truly means to be a pillar of rest. Interviews, scripture breakdowns, tips on motherhood, marriage, and testimonials are just the beginning of the many things to learn from and enjoy in this program.
To a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no tale bearing. Get deep behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get deep behind me, Satan. No idolatry.
I hope y'all like that. That was Supplication by Roy the Chef. It's dangerous out here. I hope you guys make it home safe.
Why is she eating?
Because like, yeah, they would say,
She into astrology.
nah, she was gonna say eat for us. Like, crazy.
She's just crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, now he's saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't say eat first.
Yo, check it out. You ain't worried about that.
They're gonna show you at the end.
So that is that a knocking out that 1 minute? That's probably what.
Yo, what was that about? Don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand.
Us, blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics are walking around and they do not realize that they have a nation. But you do. Sometimes we can take that gift for granted, Con. We can take that thing for granted. But we have a nation. What does that mean? That means we have a culture, which y'all are enjoying. We got music. But most of all, what? We have a God. Con? Now with that comes responsibility. It comes your discipline or your religion. That's what religion is. It's your discipline. And what does the God that we serve require? We know that he has laws. We know that he has a son that's our savior. We know that he has prophets that's deep. And all of that is deep and spiritual. But there's something that I want the nation to focus on with the little time that I have today. That is brotherhood. Brotherhood, which follows with sisterhood, is the same thing. Brotherhood is the final chamber. See, we can get deep with all the prophecy. We can understand all the breakdowns. But if we can't solve the puzzle of brotherhood, then we've accomplished nothing as a nation. Y'all with me so far? Y'all tracking me? All right. I promise I ain't going to be long-winded. Listen to me. In Psalms 133, the Lord said that the unity of brethren, there is nothing better than that. Y'all know that scripture? And in the New Testament, Paul told us in Romans 12, he said that we have to honor each other in brotherly love. What? Preferring one another. That's something we ain't figured out yet. It has to become against our religion to disrespect one of our own people. Y'all hear me? It has to become against our culture to be violent towards one of our own. We got to always see the humanity in one of our brothers and sisters like the other nations see in theirs. They got no quarter when it comes to you. They cruel, they impatient when it comes to you. And when we looking for love, some of our own brothers have become like the nations to try to separate themselves from the hurt that come with what we come from. But you can't escape that thing. You got to heal it. You got to accept it, embrace it, and what the Lord say? You got to show brotherly love with affection towards one another. All right? Sometimes we can't do that. Sometimes we look at our own as the enemy also. So you got the enemies all around you, and then you got your own brother looking at you the same way. We can't have that, Khan. It has to become against our God to be disrespectful to one another. We got to look at another brother that look like us, another sister that look like us, and say it's a part of my religion to love and honor you. Okay? For me to serve my God properly, I got to love you. We got to do it like that, Israel. We got to watch how we talk about each other. The things that we say, these words carry meaning. And we got to be mighty to build each other up. What is our culture and our music that they giving to us in these last days, man? It ain't building us up. So we got to be able to do that for each other, because y'all are the ones that are aware that what? You got a nation. Say that. Say nation. You have a nation. All right? You're not carrying the flag that come with your slavery. You're not carrying the flag that come with you being the last. Your needs being the last. You walking with the banner of Zion. That means you are what? Deuteronomy 7:6. You above all what? Nations. So you got to live and walk in that truth, man. So an event like this is so powerful because, and this is what I tell our brothers in the camp all the time, when you get around your people in a circumstance like this, receive the love that you're getting. Don't be competitive. Don't be trying to shine. When brothers come and dap you, take that in and receive that graciously and let it build you up. Let it increase your battery, your spiritual battery, man. So all of this love that's being passed around, let it wash over you in the name of our Lord, Khan. And what that's going to do, that's going to heal you. Okay? We become too callous because the world is hard and it's impatient with us and it's hard on us. We become too callous. So when we get an event like this and you can let your guard down, go ahead. All right? Let that love wash over you and let it heal your body, man. Let it heal your mind. All right, look at these children playing. I heard a brother earlier who was rhyming. He said this is like the kingdom. Look at the children happy and playing. Us as adults, we need some happiness too, man. And you know where you're going to find it? With your nation. That's where you're going to find it, all right? You're looking for love? Go to your people. You're looking for respect? Go to your people. Because it should be readily given to you. Y'all understand what I'm saying? All right, I ain't trying to bore y'all to death. My name is Brother Joel. Brother Yahweh Awesome called me. I represent the Sons of Thunder Israelites. It is our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved.
Yo. Yeah. Say what's real.
My father figure keep me guided, I'm always protected. Not a single wrong, I don't ever get corrected. Light over my shoulders, tells from a priest. Take a Psalms 23 and sit your tail to a seat. Legendary in a way, but nothing like a tall tale. False gods, set them up, they all fell. Fantasies, they all sell. Nothing in my time can compare to the timeless. The light behind my rhyme and the one who I get in line with. Ain't no other lane for this fire flame minister. Descended from a higher plane, ain't no higher name from the one. When a gun jam, I figure you know now. Divine power follow me, that's just how it be. I can testify for sure, my heart not pure, but still I get to see a day that I did not work for. Bodies dropping with the climate, gas raising on black faces. Still I'm the one who made it. I just be thinking when I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High. Something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. I feel like everywhere I go, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High. With my conscience, I acknowledge that there is a higher power. Look at me. False idols never promise victory. You survive cause you was meant to. Stop the guessing, you a prized possession. Blessing from the sky, ain't no higher lesson. I'm a messenger, you should get with this rhythm. Gospel, you ain't gotta be poor with chains no more. Flip up your master plate, don't be captivated by your master space. The earth is yours, but first the one we know gon' have to pass away. destiny. You part of a higher design. They tell me the sight of his eyes like fire and wine. Coming at the wild child who made it through the birth canal. One shot, amazing how you missed the kiss of death. Life was in your step. People turned away from out this way, never coming back. Slipped and fell inside the cracks, landed on their back. But you 10 toes in the field, still in one piece. For real, from the bottom, where all kind of brothers get easily killed. Rest in peace to them. You part of a higher design. They tell me the sight of his eyes like fire and wine. When I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High. Something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. I feel like everywhere I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. Most High. I said something keep watching me. Yeah. Something keep watching me.
Okay, shalom, shalom, shalom. Yabashim Yashab Barakatam. Kum Yashala. Hallelujah. Can y'all hear me? I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Okay, all praises. Welcome to another Sabbath class. All right, we've been on a roll for about 3 years straight. Ain't nothing going to change. I know y'all coming from other wonderful teachers. And I appreciate y'all giving me a view and coming in here what we got to teach over here at Sons of Thunder. So I know how things go weekly as y'all roll in here. Some of y'all are coming in from our latest camp video that we put out every Friday, and y'all are kind of shell-shocked from what y'all saw in that last camp video. As we digest the realities of America KKK, it's tough. You know, the realities of this place. But stay on point. Don't lose focus. Okay? Stay on point. Don't lose focus. We got a few things we got to talk about, and I'm going to let y'all go so that y'all can be with y'all families, because that's what's most important, especially during this week. This world is crazy, okay? But there's a big-time psyop going on. I'm going to show you how to shout it down. Give yourself peace of mind. Help you refocus. I'm going to give y'all a lot of value. Help you refocus. Get your footsteps pointed in the right direction so you can march as we move on into the future, okay? Just going to make a couple of announcements before we get to it. All right, first and foremost, this Sunday, September 21st, 7:45 p.m., if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, we will be keeping Feast of Trumpets to honor the Most High God of Israel. Come feast with us, all right? Sons of Thunder's Israelites will be gathering in Atlanta, Georgia. If you would like to keep the Feast of Trumpets and experience that, especially if you've never done it before, you're welcome to join us. Just send us an email at sotfeastday@gmail.com. Let us know that you would like to join us, contribute to the feast. You could be in the building as we send up powerful prayers, get some important scriptures, and feast on wonderful kosher food prepared with loving hands. Okay? Off into the future. Feast of Tabernacles. October 5th at evening until October 12th at evening. We will be keeping it with the public
from the Thursday to the Monday between that period. If you would like to join us, it is important that you get a ticket. Okay? You can do that by going to this link. Okay? It's in the chat. I didn't spell it right. Let me delete that. Okay? Hit that link. Copy and paste that. Get the appropriate ticket for your party size. And come enjoy the festivities. We're going to be praying, feasting, learning. Okay? Spiritual outing with the brothers of Sons of Thunder. It's an opportunity to get to know us. It's an opportunity to get to socialize with the congregation. It's a family event. All right? If you are a member of our Patreon, you already know that you get discounted ticket. Of course, Pillars of Rest and the soldiers of the camp get discounted tickets, etc. Make sure you're paying attention. If you are a member of the final chamber of our YouTube memberships, you get discounted tickets. I think I gave y'all the wrong URL. Somebody telling me that's wrong. It doesn't say SOT at the beginning. It's just Feast of Tabs. Let me fix that. Okay, because I just want to get right to the teaching. Hold on one second. This is the correct link. We only have so many plots for people to join us. Please don't hesitate. When they're all gone, they're all gone. There is nothing we can do about that. All right? Feast of Tabernacles annually with Sons of Thunder Israelites. This is your opportunity. If you never got to enjoy it, ask around. It is a wonderful time. Okay? That's the correct link. Okay? Are there tickets still available? Go to the link and see. If you can still buy, then tickets are available. Okay? When y'all gonna build a camp in Ohio? When brothers in Ohio join the camp and become captains. SOT is a relatively new camp, even though we've been around since 2018. That's relatively new. Yes, we have an impact on the nation because of our teaching style, but we still relatively new. We need brothers that want to pick up the plow. We got brothers that want to join us. We got people that study with us, learn from us, but we need people that want to help us build this thing. We're still looking for a few good men. The harvest is nigh, but the workers are few. All right, we got brothers in the chat reaching out to you. All right. Our Patreon, My Pride and Joy. All of these are the different categories we offer. The best spiritual content on the internet. Mass upload coming soon. Mass upload coming soon. You know how we do it every month. Your alerts are about to go crazy. Mass upload coming soon. The best spiritual content on the internet. If you have not given our Patreon a look, I implore you, if you're into spiritual content, this is what you want. Okay? Make sure you use the correct tier to get the content you want. It's there. Our number one sponsor, the IDC. Please stop playing with this logo. Please stop playing with this logo. Please stop playing with this logo. There's nothing else to be said. Season 2 is on the way. I'm not promoting. I'm not doing it. There's nothing else to be said. Now, as we get into this lesson, stay on point. Don't lose focus. It's a couple things I want to say to y'all. And one thing I want to say is, you are living as far in the future as anybody has ever been. You living as far in the future as anybody has ever been. We are in territory that nobody has ever seen before. And right now, the black man, woman, and child, Hispanic man, woman, and child, and Native American man, woman, and child is being disrespected in a way that the world has never seen before. Your specific history black, Hispanic, Native American, your specific history, a conglomerate of people is coming together to erase that. White people have resolved themselves and come together in agreement, confederate against you, in full agreement that we are tired of bearing the burden of responsibility for what we have done to take the world. And what we have done and the atrocities we've committed against your specific people, the responsibility we bear on the world stage for what we've done to your people specifically, we are tired of bearing the responsibility of that. And as a collective, all over the world, we have decided we don't care about that. Right now is our opportunity to remove the burden of responsibility for what we've done historically to these specific people groups. And if we act fast, we can erase it from our permanent record. They're releasing JFK files, Martin Luther King files. It's the age of information. Public intelligence is at its peak. Artificial intelligence is answering questions that you will have to take 4 years of classes to get the answer for. It's at your fingertips. Anybody can know anything right now, especially who's liable historically. And white people all over the world have decided that their interests are the most important thing. And blacks, natives, and Hispanics have zero representation and no leadership at this current moment. And this is our opportunity to strike, not in violence, not in physical violence, but in legislative violence, to remove the responsibility for what we have done historically to these specific people groups. We will no longer make movies about it. We will no longer publicly talk about it. We're going to remove the historic representation of it, and we will shame the people who remember it by making them public examples for bringing it up. And in 5 to 10 years, we will no longer hold the bags and have plausible deniability if anybody makes reference to it, and be free of the sins of our fathers. That's what Esau is doing right now. I understand you don't like the Hebrew Israelites. I get it. I understand some of you don't give a damn about the Bible. I get it. With all of that aside, I just told you the truth. A number of things can be done about this. Number one, you have access to information that no generation has ever had access to right now. If you're paying attention to the news, this guy, if you're paying attention to the news, this guy is the head of the FBI. His name is Kash Patel. His job is to hide all of the sins of Donald Trump and destroy all of Donald Trump's enemies. And he's doing a great job. The Epstein files, which would have exposed thousands of child predators, which were about to publicly be released, have been voted 51 to 49 to not be released. When he was questioned about them, he refused to answer direct questions. This is the head of the FBI, Elam. He looked coked up all the time, and he sounds stupid when he talks. Nobody knows how he got the job. He a podcaster. We live in the farthest we've ever been in the future, and the head of the FBI is a podcaster. How? I understand you got to pay bills and figure out how you got to feed them babies, and this got nothing to do with you. Stay on point, though. Don't lose focus. Donald Trump is protecting the interests of his billionaire friends, but also good old boy white American values at the same time. And black people is stupid as hell. With no unity, thinking the white man is their friend, hoping for a piece of the American dream still, with no historical reference point of who white people are and how they treat black people historically, as if that don't matter. And now black people are racist against black people. This is the reality you live in. I understand you don't like the Hebrew Israelites. I understand you don't care about the Bible. But it's no way you're so stupid. You think white people stop being the same white people that they always been, and somehow at a legislative level and government level decided that they're going to be fair with you and be your friend. You can't be this dumb. The reason they let you in government and in the military and in the FBI and in aerospace is because they're not afraid of you, because you're their pet, because that's what they think of you. African leaders have finally figured it out that the European nations are going to exploit them for perpetuity if they don't do something. And for the first time in history, you are seeing African leaders figure it out. Look at South Africa. Look at Burkina Faso. In your lifetime, you seeing African nations expel white dictatorship and self-direct. You never seen that before since you've been alive on the planet. Think about that. They've always had a mole on the inside, or they've always been bought and exploited their own people. For the first time since you've been alive, you're starting to see black people expel the white man going, these people will exploit me forever. Stay focused. Stay on point. In America, we haven't figured it out yet. Our Supreme Court justices are not for our turn. Our chief of police, you've seen it this year. When a black man got dragged out of a car and got his ass whooped, they sent out a black chief of police that told you you didn't just see that. And he's black. It's 2025 and we still doing that. While the president is removing slavery exhibits. That's important to the president to remove slavery exhibits. Think about that. You have nobody over your nation of people in leadership that's focused. I understand you don't like the Hebrew Israelites. One group. I understand some of you don't care about the Bible. It's another group. But do you understand what I'm saying, though? Stay on point. Don't lose focus. School teachers, sports athletic coaches, you have a responsibility to instill in our next generation an awareness of what's going on out here. These people didn't wake up and become our friends. You have a generation of blacks that are racist against black people. It's almost over. You are watching Israel destroy Gaza. Out of respect for my own channel, because I know the Palestinians don't give a damn about me or my people. So why would I sacrifice Sons of Thunder's YouTube channel for them? Why would I do that? But I'm making a point. You're watching that happen. Like white people in America won't turn to their left-hand side and go, I'm tired of living with you niggas. You don't think those black people who are racist against black people won't believe when the white man goes, you're okay, but I got to get rid of the rest of these niggas. We got to round them up and do something with them. You don't think those black people will go, I don't care what you do with them. Of course they will. They will believe any promise their handler makes. This is a sad state of affairs. At one time, we were having million-man marches. That's a lot of black people coming together, going to Washington, D.C., concerned about black people's issues in solidarity. Yeah, You had black people going on TV saying it wasn't even in a million black people. You had black people against black people doing that. But now, the furthest you've ever lived in the future, it's the worst it's ever been. Stay on point. Don't lose focus. It's crazy outside. Look out your window. This brings me to another episode of the Coon Files. There's a new archetype of nigga.
Black fatigue is real. Everybody is tired of black people, but it's two specific types of black people that everyone is tired of. Number one, everybody is tired of loud, ghetto, and ratchet, and violent, and mean, and angry all the time. Everybody is tired of them. Nobody wants to deal with them. Even other black people do not want to deal with these people. You know when you see them in public, you know when they're going to give you attitude at the CVS. Everybody knows it and they want to avoid it. The second group of black people that everybody is tired of is this sort of like fake black bougie intelligentsia who kind of like walks around telling everybody how they're supposed to think or speak or act when it comes to anything black. These are the most privileged black people in the world. These people have built enormous platforms and have so much money, and yet they are still perpetual victims all the time. And all they ever do is lecture white people about how to talk to or about black people, and then they lecture other black people if they don't talk or think or speak in ways in which they approve. Black fatigue is real. Everybody is so tired of both of these groups of black people that they don't know what to do. So yeah, black fatigue is real, and all right, black folks, this is a hard truth from a black conservative, but let me tell you, people are tired of y'all. White people are tired of black people. This country, America, is tired of y'all. They have given you chance after chance. They have pumped billions of dollars into affirmative action. They've done the BLM riots. They've cried the golden casket tears for George Floyd. They've been through all of the black propaganda, and white people are tired of you. They are not here for you anymore. They are not here for you telling them how to speak, how to think, how you are supposed to address, how they're supposed to address us. They are tired of being told who they're supposed to vote for. They are tired of being told how they're supposed to speak and think and all of these different things. So I am telling you, black people, that white people are tired of you. And the reason that this affects you is that black people need white people for virtually everything in society. They need us for absolutely nothing. White people do not need black people for anything. So if you do not move through whatever your professional life is, aware of the fact that white people are tired of y'all, this era is going to be very, very difficult for you.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that anymore. It's not funny. It was funny when I thought about doing that. And then every time I try to do it, because I don't rehearse my show. And then every time I try to do it, it's not funny. It's hurtful. It's embarrassing. That was the last episode of Coon Files. That's it. We're not doing that anymore. So that's it. So the reason I picked that one, yeah. The nigga, he spoke like he wasn't one of us, and he's sweet, and that's the weakest.
Chef, how you let the niggas violate you? Get away with that and they'll be back to annihilate you. It's all good, sometimes you gotta let your Howard have it. When it come to beef, you know I'm far from a coward at it. That's why I'm surprised, thought you was that guy. If this was 05, I know you would've let that metal fly. But 9 years later and I'm resting in your Howard shot. Smite me on the chin, I gotta present them the other side. I swear you kinda sound like a sucker. That's why it's getting hard for me to trust you. Nigga ever slap me in my face on Marrero, I'ma bust him and shoot his mama house up for nothing. You a cold dude. That's why I give thanks I'm not the old you. I'm praying that Yahweh will mold you so you can grow too. The only thing growing is this money, and you can get it too if you try to take it from me. You know what we've been through, who going back to bum me? We still had food in our tummies, but we ain't have jewels or the honeys. At least you had clean clothes. Now I'm rocking Margiela, niggas never seen those. I'm just trying to live right, trying to keep a clean nose, but you want me upstate with kosher trays and COs. You looking at this all wrong, you call yourself a Jew. I was there all alone, nigga, I'm the best you. Man, I pray the Most High bless you. This a test, dude, that you don't burn in a lake of fire like the rest do. The only thing burning this is 556. When I'm dumping out the AR, surprise I missed. And I ain't trying to worry you, but I'ma have his family selling fish plates and t-shirts to pay for the burial. Chef, you gotta forgive that. But Chef, I can't forget that. My spirit say forgive him, bro. My flesh want his get back. Think the chef sweet, I ain't never been a Kit Kat. I put on 17 where his ribs at. His youngest son I'm kidnapped and put the zip ties where his wrist at. You never see him till I get a brick back. You ever tried to sit back and pray for the ones that you...
Stay on point. Don't lose focus. A sodomite black Republican told you that it's your concern that white people are tired of you and spoke like he was white. And when you go into the comments on his Instagram, it's a bunch of self-righteous white people concurring, and they feel empowered to do so. And he gave them that platform. This is the farthest we ever been in the future. We never been this far in the future. And black people is doing that. Speaking in the third person like they not black. He described 2 types of black people that's the worst. The black people that got money, that are determined to tell white people that you're going to respect me. You're annoying. And the imaginary nigga that white people don't even come into contact with, that he claims to represent. because he's not speaking from his lived experience. So he's cosplaying as a black person who's gay, who's accepted by white America, because the the right don't even want him. He's black and he's a sodomite. That's two strike. We never been this far in the future, and that's happening with your community. You don't have nobody. You don't have a pit bull in a government position who's black saying them Epstein files gonna get released. I'm not playing. We don't care nothing about none of these distractions. It's very convenient. No, the whole world is wrapped up and concerned about Mr. Kirk. I'm not going to say something that YouTube could conveniently use to take away my platform. So I'm going to be very clever right now, because the same Mr. Kirk argued for free speech, but if you disparage Mr. Kirk, your platform is taken from you. Hypocritical nation. And the Bible said something about that. And I want to show you what it said. That's why you know the Most High is with us. Let me share my screen really quickly with you. This is what's going to happen to this wicked place. The Lord is going to send his judge to punish a hypocritical nation against the people of his wrath, which we know is Edom forever. And he'll give them a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey. And he's going to tread them down like the mire of the street. Who's more hypocritical than this wicked America that we trapped in? Stay focused. Don't lose focus. Stay on point. Why don't you take your black ass somewhere else if you don't like America? First of all, monkey, and I call them monkey. You don't tell me where to go. Watch your mouth, boy. I call them boy. I'm very militant. You know, there's a reason why nobody talked to SOT. I watch our camp videos, and we are a very good street. I rate ourselves an excellent street teaching camp. We prophesy to the wind often because there are very few opponents for us. Where we teach is not a safest place, and it's not very comfortable for people to come challenge us. Even though the challenges are there, they know they can't clip farm us. But I think we're very talented at street teaching, and we speak well, if I say so myself, right? But people know when they deal with us, they get the teeth. You're walking into a bear trap when you deal with us. We're not your buddy boy. We're not your buddy old pal. Be careful when you talk to us. So, number one, you don't tell me where to go. The new narrative is blacks didn't build this country. But remember when your boy Trump was trying to get elected, he said it himself. Blacks built this country. Slaves built this country. I refuse to refer to my ancestors as slaves. That's not what they were. They were human trafficked. They were kidnapped, innocent souls. They weren't slaves. You made them into slaves, but that's not what they were. See, they classify them as slaves as if that's like a species. That's not what they were. You talk to us, we say some interesting things here at Sons of Thunder. They weren't slaves. Slave is the role that they were forced to play. They were people. They were human trafficked, innocent people. You try saying that to one of these MAGA boys. They've never heard anyone speak that way. But that's why they don't talk to us. Don't lose focus. Stay on point. A narrative is being painted. Donald Trump said it himself. Black people built this country. Now, all of a sudden, black people didn't build this country. This is a hypocritical nation. All they're doing is putting a target on their back for the Most High to judge this place. Infamous for their lies. Mr. Kirk was their mouthpiece because white people stupid. They don't have to think. Everything is handed to them. So as you gain strength through the 80s, into the 90s, Black Power, fight the power, into the 2000s, I know I can be what I want to be, into the 2010s, and then they tried to cut you off at the knees, and then you got comfortable with Obama, who was not on your turn. He was for the sodomites. Then they PSYOP started working. All of a sudden, police started slaughtering you, and then Kaepernick took a knee. That has no place in sports. But we doing moments of silence for Charlie Kirk. I thought that got no place in sports. Hypocritical nation. The Bible says this. This is the book of Job. I believe I know what I want. Yes. See, the Most High God is going to be my salvation, for a hypocrite shall not come before him. There is no place for any of these Supreme Court judges, these police chiefs, these fire chiefs, these governors, these mayors, these councilmen. There's no place for you to stand before God. All of you are hypocrites. You politicians are done. The charade y'all have put on in the last 10 years has sealed your fate. And the Hebrew Israelites, our brothers from the NOI, I'm going to give them credit, our brothers from the Nation of Islam and the Hebrew Israelites as organizations are the only people who have made their ministry about calling you out. Because these pastors been letting you slide. The whole world is watching how you are trying to erase the sins of America's past, but it's written with a pen of diamond. There is no escape. I'll say it again. This is the furthest we have been into the future, and y'all's strategy is to erase the past. Instead of being the best generation of white men the world has ever seen, you have waxed the worst because you're not even proud of what your fathers have done. You're trying to hide what they have done. As I teach this powerful message, Tyrone is telling a camp to repent. Think about it. Think about how simple-minded our people are. As I teach this powerful message, Tyrone is telling a camp to repent. Think about it. Stay on point. Don't lose focus. The easiest people to conquer. Falling asleep in a meeting about strategy, because that's all this is. Falling asleep in a meeting about strategy. Now, let me teach you something. Right now, you watching a generation of your youth, the furthest we ever been into the future, you watching a generation of black youth, the dumbest they've ever been. In every city in the USA, it's 90 degrees outside. Global warming is running rampant. And you got America's black youth in all black with hoodies on and baklava. It's called a baklava, but the nickname is the shiesty. In every city in ghetto USA, in 90 degrees, you got young, black, promising youth wearing hoodie. Today, I'm at Chipotle, I'm hungry, and a young man got on a black bubble coat. It's 90 degrees outside in Atlanta. Black bubble coat, black jeans, 2 different colored Crocs. Dreads, he looked dirty, sagging his pants. And the CIA is doing the electric slide. They're doing it wrong, but they're doing it. They about to change the song to the Macarena. Because while my father's generation was building us, who became leaders in our own right, I'm a leader of an Israelite organization. I have captains with me. That's a success story. I mobilize brothers. Right? The generation after me are my young captains, but the generation after them, oh, they went harder. They infiltrated the music. They infiltrated the food, the water. And now you got these drones that they created who will kill you. And then they're using them as the scapegoats to brand us all with these rappers who were their idols, who were just a bunch of snitches and cowards, effeminates, and soft niggas, to make them the scapegoat for why they could marginalize us all. And then they put a term on top of it called black fatigue. And then they got racist rebel blacks to chastise us using that term. The psyop is complete. Masterful work. But I saw you. The psyop didn't work on me. I saw you do it. Stay on point. Don't lose focus. Hebrew Israelites, we caught that. Hey, mods, do me a favor. Every account he makes, ban him. The message is so powerful tonight, they sent him. Every tactic you use, Edom, I see it. I don't get mad. I just spray raid on it. Tyrone against camps. Why are you against camps, Tyrone? Why would you make a YouTube account Tyrone against camps? Because you not Tyrone. That's racist. You just Esau. This guy's cooking with gas. Let's infiltrate the class because he's locked in right now. How's he making accounts so quickly? Because he's Esau. And if you don't believe they operating like that, you got another thing coming. If you think our clubhouse ministry, those Christians who hate us with such vitriol and no respect like that, when you don't know why these people, they're not coming from their lived experience. No Hebrew Israelite hurt them, but they got that hatred. Those people are set up for that. There's a power game at play. What's it worth to you to sacrifice some of your comfort to make sure your people are in the best position as we move forward into this future? You got to come to camp. You have to serve God. You got to show your face. You have to show your solidarity. This movement, you've got to support it. You've got to. You've got to. Okay? I'm going to arm you with some information tonight that's going to open your eyes about how your enemy works to sway the minds of the people, but not just the people, your people. Today I had an argument on Twitter with a person I went to college with who tried to convince me that he loves black people. And what he tried to do is teach me that black people are violent. And I had to teach him the numbers. Where did his talking points come from? They came from Mr. Kirk. Mr. Kirk taught a black person who I know from college who does not associate with black people. He joined a white fraternity. He was always pursuing white women. He was sniffing coke with his white friends. He was never really in the black community, but he was black, so we opened our arms to him when he came around. But he was always seeking white validation, and that's the community he wanted to be with. But he admired us. You know, we did music, sports. The white girls liked us too. He admired us, and he befriended us, and we befriended him. And he followed me on Twitter. I've known him for almost 20 years. It's crazy saying that. How long I've been out of school? Yeah, 20 years. So he saw me rebuking Mr. Kirk and some disrespectful whites who are saying racist things about blacks as if they know us and live amongst us. And here he came with a paragliding chute suggesting that our people are the problem and we don't take accountability for what's wrong with us. I'm going to arm you with some extremely powerful information right now. And how many people watching? What y'all choose to do with this information and how you choose to use it is up to you. You could say, Brother Joel, I'm going to support SOT for you sharing this info. We're going to support the camp. Hold this so your brothers can continue to operate. Or you can say, you know, I'm going to take this info and repurpose it for my organization. I don't care. Whatever you choose to do. But this is the one thing I'm going to ask you not to do. Are you listening to me? Do not wing it. Don't take the information I'm about to give you and go into a public space and wing it. If your primary function is not teacher, debater, polemic, then cover your mouth and let somebody who do that do it. For you brothers, you never wonder why the Christians talk to you and not me? Some of y'all are watching. Some of y'all are watching. Some of y'all are like, when Joel come in the room, he gets the red bar. They kick him out. No respect to the young brother. He teaches. He's respectful. He's well spoken. He represents black people well. He carries himself in a debonair fashion, in a royal fashion. But the Christians will not take his stages. And just when he appears in a room, they have so much disdain. But they want to talk to me, though. They'll talk to me till the cows come home. Do you know why that is? It's because they think they could cook you. They don't want to argue with me because I'll expose how much they really know. Because I really do this, right? It's not something I do sometimes. This is my life. Speaking for our nation is a heavy responsibility. It's not something you do because you're bored. I'm going to leave that right there. I'm going to leave that right there. You do with that what you want to do with that. You do with that what you want to do with that. What you're looking at right now is FBI table 43A. This is what Mr. Kirk, Nick Fuentes, Ben Shapiro, all them white boys who seek to belittle blacks and make us a problem race for their ideal America, this is the chart they're using, and this is the year they're using. 2019. Sometimes they use 2023. It depends. If they use Chat GPT, they're using 2023. See what they say? Arrests by race and an ethnicity. I'm going to tell you something that you did not know. When they say, nah, I gotta break this to you. When they say 13% of the population commits 51%, sometimes they'll embellish and say 55% of the murder in the United States, that's a lie. It's a lie based on what they're saying. Get your notepad out. You have to go to a African American studies course and have an African American studies teacher that cares to teach you this. Because a lot of African American studies teachers is coons, because that's how they got the job. They don't teach anti-white rhetoric, because this counts as anti-white rhetoric, because I'm telling you, white people say things like this to harm black people. That's anti-white rhetoric. White people say that 13% commit 51% of the crime, or 55% of the murders. Listen to me. Black people are 14.4% or 14.2% of America's population. That 14% represents 100% of the black people in America. I can't go too fast. Write it in the chat. That 14% represents 100% of black people. Write it in the chat. If we go too fast, you're not understanding. I want every black person that's watching this class, Hispanic person, I want you to watch this. And I want, if you Native American or Hispanic and you love black people, I want you to shoot this argument down every time you hear it and make the person that's making the argument look like a total dumbass, because it's racist. It's disrespectful to the beautiful black people who work hard every day and love their family and make this country work. Let's do this together. That 14% represents 100% of the blacks. So when you say 14% commit 51% of the murders, you're saying 100% of black people are murderers. Write it in the chat. 100% of black people are murderers. They're going to argue with you. They're going to call you a name. Listen to what I said. They're going to argue with you and they're going to call you a name. You're stupid. You're an idiot. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you how this is going to go. They're saying 100% of black people are murderers. We're going somewhere with this. Write it in the chat. They're saying 100% of black people are murderers. Write it in the chat. So the statement, the empirical statement that 13% commit 51% of the murders is wrong. Don't ever say that. Don't ever say that. Don't ever say that. Nobody can beat you in a debate if you say what I just said. There is no way to lose that argument if you do it just how I showed you. Excuse me. Black people are not 13%. They're about 14.4% if we're being actual factual. And 14% don't commit 51% of the murders, because 14% represent 100% of black people in this country, and 100% of black people are not murderers. Can we agree? If you say that and the jackass who used that talking point does not agree with you, they've lost. Hold on. Maybe y'all don't pay attention. My captains pay attention. That's why they black shirt. That's why we don't take no L's when we debate. That's not proud either. There's a methodology to the way that we debate. People try to debate me by putting words in my mouth. People make videos with my face in it, but they don't quote me. They put words in my mouth to try to beat me. You've seen it in real time. I have to correct people about what I'm saying because they don't let me just say it. They have to put words in my mouth to make me wrong so they could beat me. It happens all the time. Y'all know this. We say this in SOT. You want to be categorically correct. You want to be exact. There's no way to lose a debate if you are categorically correct. So if you say it the way that I'm telling you to say it, there is no way you can stand corrected. Excuse me, sir. You just said 13% commit 50%. Don't ever say that. 13% don't commit 50%. That's wrong to say. 13%, if you want to use that number, is really 14%, represent 100% of black people in this country. 100% of black people are not murderers. Do you agree? If they don't agree with you, they've lost. And then you know what you say? You're not speaking from your lived experience. Write it in the chat. I'm telling you exactly what to do. Stay on point. Don't lose focus. You don't have no leadership. Black leadership is at an all-time low. I'm telling you what to do. Write it in the chat. You are not speaking from your lived experience. Write it in the chat. No, that's wrong, Abaya. You're not living from don't know. You are not speaking from your lived experience. There you go. Now we're doing it. When after you say this, look at them. If your lived experience is not every black person you meet is a murderer. That's not true. Have you met a black person today? Did they kill you? Then you stand corrected, sir. Let me educate you so that you stop spreading misinformation. If they are decent, what they will do is shut up now so that you can teach. But if they are convicted and they are inspired to continue to spread the misinformation, they're going to continue to be a jackass. It's nothing you could do about that. Now what you do is you look at them and you go, you're not speaking from your lived experience. I think we're done here. And you exit the conversation. You're not responsible for the insults they throw once you've left the conversation. You don't have to get them back. You don't have to have the last word. Stop thinking that. I once asked a white man, give me empirical data that we should trust white people. And his brain exploded and he started insulting me. Do you think I cared about his insults? I asked him something. Can you give me empirical data that says that blacks should trust white people? His head exploded out the side. He never been asked that in his life. I said, can you give me empirical data that black people should trust white people? That's all. There were abolitionists. I said, abolitionists? Those people lived 200 years ago. Give me empirical data that blacks should trust white people. What are you talking about, abolitionists? What are you talking about? Where's the data? Like, this is proof that blacks should trust white people, that white people have black people's best interests. Do you have any data? He stopped talking to me. He had no idea how to answer that, and he just turned into insults. This was a white dude trying to prove to me that white people are black people's friends. I asked him that. He started insulting me. Listen to what I just said. This was a white dude trying to prove to me that white people are black people's friends. I asked him that. He started insulting me. He's trying to prove to me that he's my friend. I asked him a question. He started insulting me. La, la, la. Stay on point. Don't lose focus. Let's just say there's no other white people around and he doesn't have the peer pressure to prove he's better than you and he actually wants to be educated. You're not speaking from your lived experience. See, when somebody do something stupid like the 20v1 with Amanda Seals and the Angolan boy, what about King Von? What about King Von? Why are black men killing black men at a rate of 90%? Excuse me? What statistic do you have that says black people kill black people at a rate of 90%? What study is that? What are you talking about? That would mean that there's got to be a study of what rate do white people kill white people? What rate is that? That's got to be like 98, 97%, 99. First of all, Donald Trump is blocking the study of right-wing violence right now. He's blocking that study. So you might not be able to do that study. That's the hypocrisy of this wicked nation. But for somebody to say something stupid like that, that's the first thing I would say. But you know what we do too much? We give white people the benefit of the doubt that they're telling the truth. So when we hear a talking point like that, we assume that might be true, because why would he say it? I mean, he's probably telling the truth. You understand? No, challenge things. Say this, I can learn that. Write it in the chat. I can learn that. Can you show me that study? I can learn that. What you think you lost because you said you can learn? Teach me that. I can learn that. Show me that study. I want to learn that. There you go. There you go. I can learn that. Show me that study. Black people kill other black people at a rate of 90%. I can learn that. What study is that? Because I want to see the rate that white people kill other white people. Do you know what he just did? If black people kill other black people at a rate of 90%, what rate do white people kill other white people? If white people don't kill other white people at a rate of 90%, are you saying that white people kill other races at a rate of 90%, but don't kill each other? So a white person will kill a black person at a rate of 90%, but they're very merciful to each other. That's a bad stat. I would have said that. Stay on point. Don't lose focus. Let's say that there was no peer pressure and the white person said, okay, tell me more. That's not your lived experience. Here's the actual facts about the murder rate. Here's some information you can share. First of all, here's that number. There it is. See that? 51%. That's the number they want, everybody. You understand? That's the number they're hunting for. Okay? This is how they gaslight you. 51%. Black people, 51%. More than half the murders are done by black people. You lost. That's a false dilemma. How many murders do the white people commit? 45%. It's right there. What is the difference between 45 and 51? 6%. Is that a big gap? 6%. Is that a big gap? 6%. Is that a big gap? 6%. So it goes to the next thing. No, Joel, it's not a big gap, but there's way more white people than black people. I'm going to teach you something right now. We're not picking from the pool of all black people. We're picking from the pool of all murderers. Wait, you didn't understand. You didn't understand what I just said. You didn't understand what I just said. You didn't understand what I just said. We're not picking from the pool of all black people. That's that 13% commit 50. See that simple math they do? Because they're not statisticians. I don't have a propensity to be a murderer just because I'm black. You black, so you have propensity to be a murderer. Well, no, I don't. What are you talking about? Are you stupid? We're not picking from a pool of black people. We're picking from a pool of murderers. You're not understanding what I'm saying. This is not for them. This is for you. I wouldn't say this to them. They're too stupid to understand this. They're stereotyping and generalizing people. That's something stupid people do. I'm talking to y'all. We're not picking from a pool of black and white people. That begs the question. Oh, well, you should have this many murderers. If you got this many black people, you shouldn't have any murderers. What are you talking about? Who told you that if you have this many black people, you should have this many murderers? What study is that? I can learn that. Because one in every is a murder. Wait, what are you talking about? A murderer isn't a race thing. Babies aren't born with a murderer gene. That's what you're trying to insinuate, though. That's what you're teaching. Black people dangerous. Talking about. What are you saying? Because I'm black, I have a propensity to become a murderer. It's in my genes. Yes, that's what we're saying. But they're not saying that. But that's what they're saying. So my audience is intelligent. So we're not picking from a pool of black people. We're picking from a pool of murderers. From the pool of murderers, there's 6% more happen to be black. Well, that's easy to explain. In America, black people are policed 7 times more rigid. And that's a fact. You are 7 times more likely to be arrested if you're black. That's an FBI fact. Also, black people lead in exonerations. We're accused of murder, but we're also exonerated for it. 53% more than anybody else. It's getting confusing. I know, because you're talking to somebody stupid. So what I'm trying to get you to think about is the way they're presenting the argument to you is almost as if you're guaranteed this many murderers if this many black people are around and none of that is true? So let's just deal with the facts. This is how many people were arrested for murder. 7,964. Did you know that? Did you know that somebody sat in front of, went on a world tour? He's over in London. He's in every college. Did you know that he's talking about a pool of 7,964 people? When he gives the stat, 13% commit 51% of the murders and says it's a culture problem. That community has a culture problem. Did you know he's talking about a pool of 7,964 people? Get ready. There are 48.8 million black people in the USA. I spelled people wrong. Excuse me. Forgive me. We're going to get there, Chapshire. I'm going to fix that because I want this perfect. There are 48.8 million black people in the USA. Wait. I'm talking, my audience is intelligent. Somebody is going on tour around the United States teaching white kids with red MAGA hats that 13% commit 51% of the murders, and they're going home with that stat, going on social media with that stat, and living their life like black people have a cultural murder problem. It's just what they do. And the more black people you got around, the more likely you are to get murdered. And he's using that misleading stat to make that point. But he's selecting from a pool of 7,964 people. And there are 48.8 million black people in the United States. Out of the 48.8 million black people, 4,000 make up the 51% that he's talking about. Hold on. Are y'all with me? I'm going to write this so you can say it too. No, I want you to write it. 4,078 is listen to me, 0.03% of all black people. Write it in the chat. That 51% represents 0.03% of all black people. In what math does less than 1% equal a problem for the community? Write it. In what math does less than 1% describe the community? Somebody write that. What math, in what math does less than 1% describe the community? And then wait for your answer. No, Chapshire, 0.03%. Not 3, not 0.3, 0.03. So you gave too much credit with what you typed. Not 0.3, 0.03. In what math does less than 1% describe the community? That's the question that you ask. Guys, the reason I'm asking that specific question is it has to work for everybody. Do you understand? I'll explain. Are you ready? There are 234 million white people in this country. Are you guys ready for this? Because y'all still y'all wait. I like to wait. Look at this brother. He said he never looked at it this way. It's all in how you look at it. Charlie Kirk was teaching white kids all across the USA to look at it 13%, commit 51%. I'm teaching you to look at it less than 1% of that race are murderers. How you letting less than 1% describe the entire race? What are you doing? That's it. Knowledge is power. These people are liars. Black people are hardworking, loving people, resilient people, patient people. Now you know how long we've been loving a damn white man, and he's still doing this to you. Christianity is a major part of it. We're about to do one more. There are 234 million white people in America. When it comes to violent crime, 200,000 of them are arrested for it. That is 0.08% of them. If 0.03% of us means we have a cultural problem with murder, we have a death culture, they have a 0.8% violent crime culture. Isn't that fair to say? Because somebody in the chat, isn't that fair to say? Isn't that fair to say? Shouldn't I be teaching my sons that white people are violent? Because their percentage of violent crime is higher. At 59% of them are responsible for violent crime. Yeah, but it's more white people than black people, so the number's naturally going to be higher. Yeah, but your percentile doesn't even out. Your percentile doesn't even out. Our percentile is 0.03. Yours is 0.08. I think you have a violent crime problem. Isn't that fair to say? I'm asking a question. Isn't that fair to say, chat? White people have a violent crime problem. They have a crime culture. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. For my grand finale. Didn't they have a dope fiend in the White House with Joe Biden's son? Didn't that happen? Oh, my days, fam. Look at this one. When it comes to drug abuse, white people represent 71% of the drug abuse violations. Can we make this bigger? I want y'all to hold this superior L, because we ain't even going to talk about the prostitution. We know y'all are dominating that because y'all make it legal with your whoredom. I just want to talk about your drug problem because you added COINTELPRO to make us have a drug problem, and you incentivized our rappers for us to have a drug problem. But the FBI said y'all are complete and total dope fiends. 0.31%, not 0.08, not 0.03, 0.31% of America has drug abuse violations and they white people. So you've got a violent drug abuse culture. But there's more white people than black people, and that's what? No, it has nothing to do with that. Because even if you increase the number of black people so that we catch up with you in number, we won't catch up with you in drug abuse violations. How do you explain that? Now, what if I went to colleges all around the United States and put on a black hat and taught this at HBCUs about white people? How long would it last? These is the real numbers from the same chart that they was using to humiliate my people before he was assassinated. And then when you go on Twitter, these peons, 13% commit 50, 13% commit 50. Let's not even talk about driving under the influence. Do you see this? 500,000 to 90? Oh my God. Oh my God. I bet they have an appeal to understanding, and well, you've got to understand. You've got to understand. I don't want to understand nothing because you was teaching white children by the thousands that 13% commit 50, and nobody knew where you were getting that number from, and they took your word for it because you was white, and you got Candace Owens next to you perpetuating that statement. When y'all are drug abusing, prostituting, violent crime perpetuating, and just as murderous. You're right there. From the pool of murderers, you're right there. Disgusting. Stay on point. Don't lose focus. Hebrew Israelites taught you that. Black people are hardworking. You want to know a beautiful stat about black people? I'm going to show you. Children living with resident dads is at a 34-year high. And who's the face of it? Black fathers. Another thing Mr. Kirk was pushing before his demise was that black fathers were not in the lives of their children when listen, I like facts, man. Let me just pull it up. Because if you think I'm saying it, you're not gonna believe it. If I'm going too fast, tell me. If y'all want me to spend more time with what just came out, tell me. Like, hold on. You got to go back over, those stats. Like, walk us through bringing it out. I can do that for you. Just tell me in the chat. ChatGPT be saving your conversations. Did they delete my black father conversation? Oh, no. Here it is. I just want to show you a couple stats. I don't want to show you the whole thing because I got something planned for this. Yeah, this is what I want to show. So let me see. This is from ChatGPT. I was having a conversation with ChatGPT. Now look at this. 36% of black 18 to 24-year-olds were enrolled in college and institutions. 36% of our youth are in college. 0.038112% of us are murderers, but we got a murder culture. Less than 1% of us are murderers. 36% of our youth are college students, not including graduates, but we got a murder culture. Okay, Charlie. Okay, fam. Now look at this. In 2023, 47.5% of black children don't have a resident father. That means nearly half of black children are in father absent homes. Why did they say it like that? Half would be 50. Actually, 53% of black children have a father in the home. That doesn't mean they're fatherless. But look what they had to say. That number is the lowest since the 1970s, showing an improvement in father presence. In the 1960s, you had the Civil Rights Bill was passed. Now you can vote. Our rights are new. Then you got the 70s. Now you got the war on drugs. Then you got the crack epidemic. Then you got the 3 strikes. Then you're in the modern era. Our freedom is new. ChatGPT don't want to say it, but what they really saying is black fatherhood is the best it's been since the 70s. Why is Mr. Kirk teaching kids that black fatherhood is awful? And that's the problem with our community when we're recovering and it's the best it's been in almost 50 years. I guess I'm not going to get that answer. Stay on point. Don't lose focus. These people will have, he's teaching not your kids. He's teaching the sellouts of your race these horrible ideas, but he's impregnating the minds of white children how to look and perceive black people. And that is very valuable to white America. That's why they're hurt that he's gone. That's it. The information that I'm presenting right now, somebody on CNN should have did this. Somebody on 2020 with Barbara Walters supposed to do that. Somebody on MSNBC supposed to do that. Somebody on The View supposed to do that. These shows are supposed to service the black community in that way. They're not doing it. You know who did it? Hebrew Israelites. Show you something. Show you something. I asked ChatGPT, what was the major problem with fatherlessness? Because black people love their families. It's a part of our culture. What really caused the fatherlessness? Number 1, mass incarceration. That's why these numbers be so high, even though so few of us are represented as far as arrests. This number is high considering how many white people are arrested. See how they do it? That's a lot of white people arrested. But it's okay because there's a lot more. there's a lot of white people in America. See how they explain it away? They don't go, yo, there's way too many white people being arrested. They go, that's fine because there's so many white people. When we're supposed to be able to go, well, at least we don't have as many people being arrested as white people being arrested. Wait, there's not as many black people in America as there are white. You're the problem. You see how they do things? Well, this number is so high because we're policed differently than these people. Mass incarceration, starting with the Nixon era, accelerating under Reagan, Bush, and Clinton. 3 strike laws, aggressive policies like stop and frisk. White people ain't even feel that one. Disproportionate impact. Black men incarcerated at a rate 6 to 8 times higher than white men. Remember, only 6% is the difference between our murder rate. But we're incarcerated 6 to 8 times higher. Look at this. Look at this. Non-violent drug offenses, especially crack cocaine, drove a huge portion of those sentences, even though the drug use rates were similar. Let me help you understand that. Everybody that do drugs the same. But you were locked up for having a little bit of crack, even though the white man would have a lot of cocaine. You, little bit of crack, jail. White man needs this much cocaine for jail, meaning he got this much cocaine, slap on the wrist. You, this much crack, jail. White man, this much cocaine, slap on the wrist, nothing. You're policed differently. You think Charlie Kirk is teaching that to those white kids with the red hats? No. He's teaching that your black ass is the problem with America and why my white people can't enjoy America. You're the problem. If you black people would fix yourself and behave and think the way I want you to, we could be happy. And I was trying to show you that through the Coon files, but I can't do that no more. That shit is harmful to my... Call ChatGPT racist. Policy mismatch. Harsh sentencing for crack versus powder cocaine. Institutionalized racial disparity. The 1986 Anti-Drug Abuse Act created 100-to-1 sentencing disparity. 100 black people locked up for every 1 white boy. 5 grams of crack was equal to 500 grams of powder of coke. That's how they did it to you niggas. I could go on and on and on. Right now, you know how they're doing it? They're going to remove American history. Slavery is white history. How we escaped is black history. And they're removing the black history part. They're leaving the white history. Stone Mountain is still there. The Confederates lost. The Confederates was the bad guy. Trump ain't pulling down no Confederate monuments and making that a part of legislation. He's pulling down the slavery exhibits. He's pulling down our part of the story. The Most High God got their judgment set. All you got to do is be obedient. If you're on the fence, if you enjoyed what you learned tonight, here's your first step. Keep a feast day. This is Sunday. This is the beginning of your journey. In our religion, God is going to handle it for us. He got Charlie Kirk out of there. He's going to do the rest. All you got to do is be obedient. You're armed with knowledge now. Now you know that your people are not what they say you are. Now you understand that they conspire together to depict you a certain way on purpose. All you have to do is live righteously, and the Most High God will act on your behalf. Tomorrow, come to camp. Try that. Come to camp. Bring a folding chair. Be around the spiritual vibes. Walk in the walk of Yahushua and the disciples. Be around the word. This is all you have to do to turn the tide. Listen to me. Stay on point and don't lose focus. This truth is not entertainment. These classes is not boring. You should watch them 3 or 4 times. You should be able to teach this class. Okay? After this, we're about to send up some prayers. Call this number at the bottom of the screen. We're going to send up the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, and then we're going to have the Levites interpret, and we're going to say it in English. Okay? Be a part of this. This is where safety is. We untouchable over here. We got the one true and living God. Look at the boldness in which I speak. Bring your children and family into this. Okay? Or there's the alternative. You know, you could try to side with your oppressor and become a critic and an enemy to your own people, and see how that works out for you. And, you know, good luck with that. Or you can be armed with the information we've given you. You can be in the spirit. You can build yourself up, and you can build your nation. Same thing we tell you every week. You change your mind, you change the world. Shalom. Thank you for watching. If you would like to support the body, you can donate via Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle. We are the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved.